Hi, this is David Voss, CCIE 11372, and in this video we will be discussing IP version 6 addressing. So let's ask the basic question, why even upgrade to IP version 6 other than the fact that you simply get more IP addresses? Well, there's a lot of reasons why you would want to upgrade to IP version 6, and here are a few of them spelled out for you, which I think you'll need to know for your CCNP route exam. But please note, you no longer need NAT or PAT. It has inherent IPsec support. These are key and critical updates. Now, once you've committed to using IP version 6, you need to understand how these different IP addresses are labeled. There's a global unicast address. These are unicast packets sent through the public internet, like public IP addresses. Unique local, which are unicast packets inside one organization, which is basically equal to your private IP addressing. Link local, which are packets sent to a local subnet and are not routable across networks. And then finally, take note of the loopback address, which you know from IP version 4 is 127.0.0.1. IP version 6 also has a loopback addressing as well. An IP version 6 address has 128 bits broken out into 32 hexadecimal numbers organized into 8 quartets. So here is the hexadecimal numbering system, which I'm sure we won't need much of a refresher on, but we do need to use it to understand IP version 6. And here is an IPv6 IP address. And as you can see, it looks quite long, mainly because we're used to looking at IP version 4 addresses. So this ups the game a little bit, and we may begin to wonder how we're going to support this on our network or document this, and we get concerned about managing a network with addressing this long. Well, there are built-in mechanisms within IP version 6 to help us manage it, and we're going to cover that. There's ways you can summarize IP version 6 addresses to make it more manageable, not only to read, but to understand and explain to other people. So you can shorten an IP version 6 by omitting the leading zeros in any given quartet, or you can represent one or more consecutive quartets with a double colon. So here you see an IP version 6 address with many zeros in it. Here's how we can summarize it. On the left-hand side, you can see that we used a double colon to represent the first, the second, and third quartet, and then we summarize the remaining quartets of zeros. And in the second example, we did the opposite. We summarized the first 2 quartets with zeros and then used a double colon for the end. You can only use the double colon once in an IP version 6 IP address. So here we see an IP version 6 IP address, and this is the subnet. Remember, it's a /64, so we're matching the first 64 bits, as you see here. And this also can be summarized. You don't need to write out all these zeros. So to explain what the subnet is to somebody, you can simply write it out this way. So IP version 6 is manageable. It gives you tools to manage it. So whether you are reviewing documentation or holding a general discussion about your network, or simply logging into a Cisco router to take a look at what's going on, understanding abbreviation is key to IP version 6. Here are some other ways we can understand IP version 6 addressing. In our first example, you'll see that it's 2000 and then a double colon /4. The /4 would match the first 4 bits. In hex, that would be 0010. So all addresses whose first 4 bits are equal to the first 4 bits of the hex number 2000. In the second example, we're matching all addresses whose first 20 bits match the listed hex number, and you can see in red what match that would be. And in the final example, all addresses whose first 32 bits match the listed hex number. Here's another IP version 6 address. How do we break it out into subnets? Well, here you have it. We're honoring the first 48 bits of this range, and then we are breaking this out into smaller subnets, as you can see here. Each subnet matching the first 112 bits. So here's what you've learned. You've learned about some basic IP version 6 concepts and why you may want to upgrade to IPv6 beyond just for the reason of obtaining more IP addresses. You've also learned about the addressing and how that addressing can be abbreviated. I wish you the best of luck in your studies. Thank you.